You know, the quarterbacks for the Montreal Alouettes in the mid to 1970s, there was a lot of competition, a lot of controversy, who should start and who shouldn't. You had a number of quarterbacks on the go. Sonny Wade, of course, the MVP of the 77 Grey Cup. Jerry Detellieu, the good Canadian. Vince Ferragamo, who came in 81 when the franchise was being mishandled by Nelson Scalabania. But the person who stirred the drink for a lot of people was this guy. He was a standout at Texas Tech before he eventually ended up with the Chicago Bears and had jumped to the CFL. And when he arrived in Montreal, a lot of people felt championships would follow. Now, unfortunately, only one title he was a part of, but he was a quality player and eventually allowed the rebirth of the Argos, who were 12 years in the wilderness after the Grey Cup, the tragic Grey Cup defeat in 71, and he led the Argos finally to another Grey Cup championship. So today we're talking about someone I think remains one of the best players ever to come from Fort Worth, Joe Barnes. Now, born December 18th, 1951, he was a graduate of Texas Tech University. Now, he played for that prestigious franchise from 71 to 73 and was elected into the Athletic Hall of Fame of honor, in 86. Now, Barnes, again, he was drafted by the Chicago Bears, pick number 316 in the 13th round. He played only 2 games for Chicago in 74, completing 2 of 9 passes and punting once for 27 yards. Now, Barnes made a major decision to move to Canada in 76 and began a 5-year stint with the Montreal Alouettes. He began by sharing quarterback duties with Sonny Wade, but mostly took over in 78, where he threw for 1,172 yards, and in 79 when he added 2,456. He shared a Grey Cup with Wade in 77 as quarterback, and also led the team to the 78 and 79 Grey Cups, where they both lost Edmonton. He eventually lost his starting job in 1980 to Canadian Jerry Detellieu after 6 games, and was eventually traded to the Rough Riders, Saskatchewan version. Again, he shared quarterback duties for the Green Riders with John Hufnagel, and after the 81 season, headed to Toronto. It was with Toronto that Barnes, for many, enjoyed his great success and his team's vaunted run-and-shoot offense. At first, due to injury, the excellent play of CFL Hall of Famer Conrad Holloway, Barnes played sparingly in 1982. However, in 83, he worked in tandem with Holloway. For 2 seasons, the tandem combined for over 5,000 yards. In 83, Holloway passed for 3,184 yards, while Barnes had 2,274. In 84, Barnes passed for 3,128, while Holloway had 2,231. Now, Barnes helped lead Toronto to a long-awaited Grey Cup victory in 83. As was his style, he came off the bench in the second half and engineered the game-winning drive in TD, which included a pass to Cedric Minter in the final minutes. He was named the game's MVP for his heroics. In 84, he was named an All-Star for the Argos, but in 85 he was traded to Calgary, but the team struggled for wins. After 11 games, he was returned to Montreal in a trade, now with the renamed Alouettes called the Montreal Concords, and also played with the briefly renamed and reborn Alouettes in 1986. Now, Barnes' style was very, very effective. He was known for his unpredictable and effective scrambling, sort of like a combination of Steve Young and Don Strock. Now, for a lot of people, he was best coming off the bench, and I tend to agree. Anytime he started the game, he wasn't there. I don't think his record as a starter was as good as in relief. I think that would really hurt him in 77 because when he felt Sonny Wade had a little bit more heroics. And there was a lot of comparison there. Staubach to Danny White, Sonny Wade to Joe Barnes. There was a lot of heavy comparisons. Actually, that was the biggest comparison in the media. Who would take over from Sonny Wade and who would take over for Roger Staubach? It was predetermined pretty much. But I still look at an 83 season. Boys are boys. Toronto had a really good team that year. I saw Conrad Holloway and Joe Barnes in a game at Exhibition Stadium that year, and they were terrific, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the idea of Joe Barnes not being in the CFL Hall of Fame is kind of a misnomer. I really think that most people know know that Montreal couldn't have won that Grey Cup without him, because you're only good as your backup. But in the 83 season, when Conrad had his bad games, which was very rare, Joe was ready to go. So 2 Grey Cup rings with 2 of the most popular franchises in CFL history. Quite a legacy. So this is the story of the legend of Joe Barnes. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, subscribe. If you're an Alouettes fan, don't forget we have numerous podcasts on this channel in tribute to Alouettes alumni. Check them out. And like I said, nothing better than a game at Olympic Stadium, either in person or on TV, watching Sonny Wade, Joe Barnes and company really lay out the smackdown in the East Division. Tremendous. Thanks for listening. Bye.